Okay, now let us see how soluble substances are separated from a solid liquid mixture. So you can see that here this water is mixed with salt and sugar. Okay, here salt or sugar is dissolved. Okay, so this has to be separated. Okay, this water and sugar particles has to be separated. How can we do it? So simply if you pour this water, it is of no use. We cannot separate them like this, isn't it? So for this, we have to follow a method called evaporation. Okay, evaporation. Dear children, you have already learnt in your previous classes what is evaporation. Once recall it. What is evaporation? It is a process where liquid water is converted into gaseous form. Means water changes to water vapor on heating, isn't it? That is called as evaporation. So when you boil a water in a pan, what happens? Water starts to boil and it evaporates in the form of water vapor, isn't it? It reaches the atmosphere in the form of water vapor. That we call it as steam. You might have absorbed when you boil water, isn't it? So that steam is a gaseous form of water. So that process is called as evaporation. So here these dissolved substances, the water, the soluble substances, the substances that are dissolved in water can be separated by this process called evaporation. So what we have to do is, this water has to be boiled. Okay, this water has to be boiled. So when you boil this water, what happens? All these water particles evaporate. When you continuously boil this water, all the water particles evaporates, and at last in the pan you will see the dissolved solid particles, that is sugar or salt, whatever dissolved in this liquid will settle at the pan. Okay, will remain at the pan after all the water particles evaporates. Take your help of your parents. You can do this activity at your home. Okay, should be careful that you should do it with your parents' help. So take some water, dissolve some sugar or salt in it, take in less quantity, okay, and boil this in a pan. Continuously boil it till all the water evaporates, and at last in the pan you will see that sugar or salt particle, whatever dissolved in the liquid, will be left over in the pan. So that is called as evaporation. So by this method we can separate soluble substances from a solid liquid mixture. Same procedure is followed while preparing the salt in sea. Okay, so there also they will allow water to evaporate, salt water to evaporate. So when all the water evaporates, the salt particles will settle over. Okay, they will be left over. That is purified and packed, and that will be used, that we will use in our daily life. Same procedure will be followed. So instead of boiling in a pan, they will allow it to evaporate in the sunlight. Okay, so same procedure is followed over there. So by this we can separate the soluble substances from a solid liquid mixture. So okay, so evaporation is a process by which we can separate soluble substances from liquid mixture. Okay, soluble substances can be separated from liquid mixture by this process called evaporation. Okay, so next let us see how insoluble substances can be separated. So insoluble substances can be separated in three different ways, or there are three methods for separating insoluble substances. So what are they? First one is sedimentation. Okay, first one is sedimentation. So What is sedimentation? You can see that when sand particles are added to the liquid or water, what happened here? So when the liquid sand particles are added to it, I'll add some more. You can see that after some time, all the sand particles, you can notice here, all these particles, they move to the bottom and they are settled at the bottom of the container, isn't it? You can see that they are settled down at the container. Clear? So this is because these sand particles are heavier than the water particles, hence their density is more, hence they move down. Okay, they settle down at the bottom. So this process is called as sedimentation. Okay, this is called as sedimentation. So what is sedimentation? It is a process by which insoluble, heavier insoluble impurities or substances will move and settle at the bottom of the container. Okay, will move down and settle at the bottom of the container. So this is called as sedimentation, and these particles, those settled down, are called as sediments. Okay, these are called as sediments. So this process is called as sedimentation. Okay, so what is sedimentation? The process by which heavier insoluble impurities or substances move down and settle at the bottom of the container. This process is called as sedimentation. Okay, so all the insoluble impurities, they are heavier and they move down and settle at the bottom of the container. That process is called as sedimentation. Next, another process that is called as decantation. So the second method of removing impurities is called as decantation. So in this, what happens is, so here all the impurities settle down, and at the top of this, above this sediment, you can see clear water, isn't it? So this clear water has to be, you can pour this clear water without disturbing the sediment. Okay, without disturbing the sediment, this has to be poured into another container. So like this. This is called as decantation. Okay, this is called as decantation. So without disturbing the sediment, that pure water that is above the sediment has to be poured into another container, so that you will get clean water here, isn't it? This is called as decantation. Okay, this process is called as decantation. So what is decantation? It is a process by which clean water that is above the sediment will be obtained in another container. That is called as decantation. So the third method is called as filtration. Third method is called as filtration. So what is filtration? Here some other smaller impurities will be suspended in this decanted water. So heavier particles will move down and settle at the bottom, but some other lighter impurities, okay, they may be suspended in this liquid, clean liquid. So that has to be removed using a filter paper. So filter paper, it is a paper and contains small pores on it. Pores is nothing but holes, okay, small holes which allow only liquid to pass through it. So by allowing this water in that filter paper, what happens is all these impurities, suspended impurities, lighter impurities will settle in the filter paper and only clean liquid will be allowed to the container. Okay, only clean liquid will be allowed to the container. So that process is called as filtration. Okay, what is filtration? Filtrating the or obtaining the clean liquid by filtrating using a filter paper. Okay, when you allow this liquid to pass through a filter paper, so all the suspended impurities, lighter ones, whatever flowing here, no, all these impurities will settle in the filter paper and only clean water will be obtained. So that is called as filtration. So these three are the methods of separating insoluble substances from a solid liquid mixture. So first we'll follow sedimentation. In the sedimentation, heavier impurities will settle down at the bottom, and next we'll go for decantation. So in the decantation, the clean water that is above the sediment will be poured into another container. In that, there may be some other lighter impurities may be suspended. That has to be removed by using a filter paper. So filter paper will hold all the impurities and will allow only clean water to settle down. So these are the three methods of separating insoluble impurities from a solid liquid mixture. So by this, we can separate substances from a liquid mixture. So insoluble substances are removed by evaporation. Insoluble substances are separated by sedimentation, decantation and filtration by following these three methods. So, I hope you have understood what are soluble substances, insoluble substances, how they are separated from a solid liquid mixture. Once go through the chapter, read it twice, and whatever difficult words you come across in the chapter, study it. Thank you.